Hi, welcome to my channel, Let It Bead. Today I'm going to show you how to wire wrap a crystal moon into a pendant. This is a really pretty moss agate moon that I've got. I've also got some 24 gauge copper wire. I have round nose pliers, flat nose pliers, and wire cutters. So to start, I'm going to cut 2 pieces of wire that are about 1 foot long. It's better to have a little bit more than you need than to not have enough and run out. So I'm going to use my hands to kind of straighten these wires out so they're not all curved anymore. I'm going to separate them. I'm going to cross one over, making an X. So I've got it a little bit longer on the left side than on the right side. I'm going to pinch right here in the center of the X. And with my right hand, I'm going to twist both of the wires, kind of like you're turning a wind-up toy. 4, 5, 6. Well, I did about 7 twists there. Nice and uniform. My wires, you'll notice, are at a nice 90-degree angle when I'm doing the twists. That keeps a nice uniform twist going. So with this, I'm going to flip it over. So I've got the long side on the right. That's going to be on the bottom of the moon. So I'm going to kind of fit this and push my finger to kind of curve it right inside the moon there. Kind of center it. And you want to tip it and make sure your wires are kind of right in the middle. So I'm going to push on those twists with my left finger, and then I'm going to kind of pull these around the moon with my right hand. Now this is a polished stone, so it's going to be a little bit slippery and tricky to hang on to. So you really got to kind of get it where you want it and hold it in place while you're working. So with my left hand, I'm pinching these wires in place. I've got it nice and centered in the middle. And then again, I'm going to twist. So this time, the one that's in the back here, I'm going to pull that kind of across. And this one closest to me, I'm going to bring this over the top. And again, I'm going to twist. So I want this to be centered on the back of the moon there, on the kind of the spine of it. So I've got my wires again at a 90-degree angle. I'm just going to twist my way along here. You might not go quite this fast when you're just starting. Just take your time. Straighten them out if they get bent. Make sure you keep that 90-degree angle. So that's about 3/4 of an inch. That looks about right. Kind of going to press this down along the moon there. I'm going to shift this over, making sure again that this wire's centered. And this one is on the back of the moon. I am going to take this back wire and kind of pull it this way, and this one close to me, cross it over the top. Once again, I've got my X here. That's my twisting point. I'll start twisting like a wind-up toy here. Just like that, so it just kind of comes to the top of the moon. I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing on the back. So you want to make sure, if this is kind of loose and slipping, that you have it nice and tight on your moon. So I'm going to kind of get these ones out of the way a little. Bring this top one down first, and this one close to me up over the top. And I want to have the X kind of matching where it is on the other side, because they're going to come to the top and meet. So I've got my nice little X there with my wires at a 90-degree angle. I'm going to start twisting. You don't have to go very far with this, because the top is right there. So you can see that these will come together nicely. So now I've got 2 twisted pairs here. So we're going to twist 2 and 2 together. So once again, I'm taking this back one down on the bottom. The one closest to me is going to go over the top. Now you want this twist to start centered on the spine of the moon. You can see that. There we go. just going to start twisting. So again, it's an X. I'm twisting with these wires at a 90-degree angle. So you want to kind of keep the wires side by side. I kind of use my thumb to fold this bottom one over. So each time you just kind of fold it over, keeping these side by side. There we go. These moons look so cute wrapped. So as I'm twisting, I'm going to start moving my left hand up to hold this and stabilize it. So twisting with the right, stabilizing with the left. Also trying to make sure these are lined up side by side. You can go about 2 inches. You might not need quite that much, but it's easier to kind of twist it now than down the road. You're putting it back up to 90 degree. That looks pretty good. One little spot there wasn't quite perfect, but that's okay. It'll wrap off and look just fine. So you can see how cute that's turning out. Now I'm going to take my round nose pliers and I'm going to make a loop. So you can make the loop whatever size you want. I often put this on a chain or a cord. So I kind of just rolled it around, starting about a 1/2 inch up. And then about 1/8 of an inch on this back side, I'm going to kind of kink it back toward me. So you end up with almost like a question mark kind of shape. So I'm putting my round nose back in this loop. I'm going to bring this little section across here, just like that. And then with my flat nose pliers, I am going to hold on to both sides of the loop. I'm using kind of the thicker part of the pliers here. So I've got a real good grip on it. You don't want to crimp and hold on where it's crossing. You just want to be on the loop, just like that. Now I'm going to take these wires and pull them around, wrapping down toward the moon, about 2 times around. Straighten the loop out a little. There we go. Now I'm going to take this excess wire and clip it down close here. You really want to be sure you're not cutting any of your other wires. It's not fun to make a mistake like that. It means you usually have to start over. Okay, so now I'm going to take these tails and using my flat nose pliers again, or the chain nose, I'm just going to tuck these little tails in. Tuck, tuck, tuck. That way there's nothing sharp. You can kind of check it with your finger. It feels nice and smooth. My loop got a little bit wonky, so I'm just going to take the flats and just kind of straighten that out. That looks nice. This has like a little bit of a gap between the wire and the stone, and so I'm going to take my pliers and just kind of press it down in there. This is a great way to kind of just shape your wire perfectly to your crystal. Makes it look really custom made and custom fit for it. Now I'm going to take the round nose pliers and I'm going to come in perpendicular, so I'm, you know, like this basically. I'm going to go right in the middle and I'm just going to turn it a little bit. So that tightens up the wire and gives it a cute embellishment. I'm also going to do that on these top sections. So on the right side, I'm going to kind of turn to the right, and the left, I'm going to turn to the left. Just like that. Oops, I'm going to repeat on the back. So at the bottom, I'm turning to the left on these bottom ones, by the way. Just like that, and then up top, to the right, and to the left. So really you could wear this pendant either direction. It looks great on both sides. It's all done and it is ready for a chain or a cord. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it and want to check out more, subscribe to my channel, let it bead, turn on notifications, and give me a thumbs up. I appreciate you watching, and I hope you guys have fun with this.